Hi, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. I am Jean, and if this is not your first time and you've seen my videos before, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Today I wanted to speak to you on self-love. Now there are two schools of thought on this self-love thing. One is you have to love yourself before you can love others or others can love you. And the other one is that would be excluding people with mental illness and teaching that you have to have self-worth to be eligible or able to receive and give love. That is how different people see it. Here is my thought, and I think the timing of this video is very interesting at the moment because it takes probably about a month for me to receive what I should talk about and then formulate it into verbal communication in an understanding, simple, applicable way. So it's an interesting challenge for me to kind of put all these thoughts and this energy signature and this lesson and this knowledge in such a way that would be easily consumable by everyone that sees this. And that's my goal, basically. So this has been milling around, and it seems like right now a lot of people are going through personal struggles all over the world. And if you read or learn about any kind of humanity's history, we have phases that we rise and fall in all the time. We go through cycles. But if you'll notice, worldwide recently, it seems like all of us are going through personal struggle right now at the same time, which is understandable because we're all being shaken up by a lot of things that are going on around the world, and we're all starting to wake up and see things that we didn't see before, whether it be on purpose or because of our programming or because it's being purposely hid from us. We're all starting to wake up, which is awesome and scary all at the same time. So today's video is self-love because right now the thing that we all really should work on, and I think would solve a lot of problems, is self-love. And I'm not trying to exclude anyone that's broken, because to be honest with you, all humans are messed up somehow. We all have something that is not quite right, or might be a quirk, or maybe a flaw we feel that we have, or some unacknowledged damage we haven't worked on. So as a people, nobody's perfect. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way right there. I think we all really should practice self-love, because if you dress yourself, let's look at it this way. When you're in love with a partner, like a life partner, you don't care what other people think about that person, because you're happy together and you love each other and you exchange energies, you help each other grow. You may heal or damage each other, whichever way. So think of it as someone that you love, even if it's like maybe a fur baby or an animal or a pet. You would do anything to validate that other being and let them know that they are important, special to you. And that in turn helps them feel and reciprocate, and vice versa. See, if you exchange energy of love and appreciation and respect, it's you complete a circle, okay? So you really should do that to you. Self-love. It's eating foods that are good for you, doing things that make your body happy, whether it be swimming or dancing or some kind of motion activity, because our bodies need to move all the time. Listening to music that moves you, seeing concerts, make art, make crafts, spend time with yourself alone. Talk to yourself and think of yourself and figure out what is broken in you and how and what you can do to heal that psychologically, spiritually, physically. Time alone just with yourself is very important, because it seems like a lot of humans two things are very common worldwide. That we don't ground and we don't connect with our planet very much anymore. We barely go barefoot anymore, which is really strange to me outside. And we don't spend time alone, just in a peaceful presence of ourselves, and just let our energy flow and just be in the moment. And not necessarily, I would prefer that we all work up to silence. But if it's just watching something that entertains you, and like I said, just hearing music, taking yourself out on a date, watching a movie, by whatever, things like that. We don't spend time in our own privacy with ourselves. We don't ground and connect to our planet, and we're not connecting to each other. We don't have the level of concern that seemed to be a natural part of our species and well-being for each other as a whole. We let religion and politics separate us, and we fight and we hurt and we kill each other. And I think a lot of that stems from fear. Because if you look at children, they will straight up just make you feel like you're going to have a stroke or a heart attack, because they just run into things and they have no fear of physical damage or whatever. They just complete joy. They don't think of themselves negatively. They're just like, experiencing the world and just taking in everything. And until we're told negative stuff about ourselves, we don't even think that way. And we don't think about the way each other's looks. We're just like, ooh, there's another energy form. Let's go over here. Or there's, animals or bugs or plants or just, And you're stressed out when you see them, like, especially if you're in a forest or a wooded environment, and they just run through the woods. They don't even care about snakes. They don't care about falling and breaking the leg. And we're just like, oh my God. So you see what I'm saying? The pure innocence of just being as children is what we should be still as adults, but with more psychological maturity and lessons that we've learned, because everything we're exposed to in our environment creates our personality, and we are influenced by experiences we've had with relationships. Is where that's come in, that just because you're broken, it makes people feel like they shouldn't receive or should be able to love, because our relationships influence us too. We might have had a perfect childhood, a perfect home life, great parents, which is rare and more of a fantasy now. But if we weren't like mentally or psychologically scarred in childhood, it could be our first, companion relationship or whatever, that we don't process and go through and grieve and express with each other like humanity used to. So we're now afraid. We're afraid to dress the way we want. We're afraid to express how we feel. We're afraid of being comfortable with ourselves and our own bodies, with our own spiritualities, because we've been taught or have been programmed that what may bring us joy is wrong or bad or negative in somehow. But when you really spend time with yourself and you heal yourself, however you need to do it, whether it be herbal, spiritual, physical, psychological, seeing whatever physician or healer that you may need to see, trusted friends and family you may need to speak with, writing about it, making videos about it, finding ways to let all the bad junk out and heal. You start to appreciate yourself, and you start to love yourself, and you start to not give a damn about what other people think about you in your life, because that's their opinion and that's their problem. That's their own issues they need to deal with. Has anything to do with you. It's because they don't love and respect themselves, or they haven't. And people say, oh, I love and respect myself. Well, obviously not, because we all do it. We all have that judgment thing that's been taught to us that we're supposed to do. And because of it's our fear, okay? I hope I'm putting the stream of consciousness together where you understand. Please let me know one way or the other, especially if you have questions. But what is meant by that is not that you're toe damaged, that you don't deserve and can give love, But when you heal yourself and you respect and honor and love yourself, you're not in a cage or behind a door or closed off and experiencing a small or warped reception of the love energy. It means that when you heal, you start to open up, and then you can receive and return that energy at a stronger vibration, more openly, more free flowing, and you are also able to receive more openly and free flowing. You know, a lot of us, especially if we've had to be independent and strong by ourselves our whole life, have a problem sending and receiving. We want to give, and save, and heal. But when other people want to do the same for us, we're like, no. Excuse me. And that eventually will start blocking you up, because you're not filling a cup. You're pouring from a cup that's not being refilled. And you've given all of your sustenance to everyone else. And when they try to return that energy back to you, we have a hard time receiving it because we don't feel like we should. We don't trust it because we're afraid, and it's scary. So I hope this makes sense. It does to me, but sometimes not to others. So please let me know. And I really want you to spend time with yourself. Find your fears, the root of them, eliminate it, heal it, and just totally fall in love with you. Respect and honor you. And when you do that, the world looks differently, and you don't care about judgment of others. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. Bye.